Here I have 2 cups of dried beans, which makes 6 cups of cooked beans, or about 4 14-ounce cans of beans drained. I added 5 cups of water. And then I'm also going to be adding 1/2 tablespoon of salt. Now you can use regular canned beans if you prefer. I just prefer cooking my own beans from scratch. But if you do use canned beans, I'd use 3.5 to 4 cans of drained beans. Now, if you cook it on low, it'll take 6 or 7 hours for the beans to get tender, but if you cook it on high, it'll be about 3 or 4 hours. But we will be adding a meat mixture about halfway through. Now here I'm adding ground beef to my pan. You want to cook this until it's brown. If you're using canned beans, just put it in a Dutch oven instead. And now here is a pinch of salt and pepper to taste. Now once it's completely done, remove the ground beef, and you want to drain the excess fat. We will be using a little bit of it to cook some veggies. Now here is 1/2 of a large onion diced. You want to cook this on medium until slightly translucent. I used 1/4 of a yellow onion and 1/4 of a red onion because that's what I had, but you can use whatever onion you prefer. Okay, once you see that it is starting to become translucent, give it a good stir, and you want to add about 3 large Roma tomatoes, 3 or 4 diced. Stir this around. And then you want to add 4 cloves of garlic finely minced. Or you could add 2 tablespoons of garlic powder later when adding the rest of the spices. But I prefer to use the garlic cloves. And you want to cook this for 1 to 2 minutes until fragrant. Continuing to stir because you don't want the garlic to burn. You want to add 1.5 tablespoons of fresh or 1 tablespoon of dried oregano, 1 tablespoon of granulated onion or powder, two teaspoons of cumin or cumin, words are hard, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1.5 tablespoon of brown sugar, 4 tablespoons of chili powder, 1.5 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, words are hard, and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And we're going to be adding 2 cups of beef broth, but for now only add about, a cup. We're going to mix all of the ingredients well. and then add more of the beef broth, but reserve about 1/3 of a cup of it for later. Go ahead and add your cooked ground beef. Mix that in until it's completely combined. And then you want to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch to the remaining beef broth. And you want to mix that up, and you'll add that to the meat mixture. It will thicken the chili up and give it that thicker consistency that chili has. You mix that in real well, and then you want to add it to your crock pot of beans. By this time, your beans should have already absorbed all of that water, or most of that water, and they will continue to cook with the beef broth in the meat mixture. If you are using canned beans, just add the cans of beans drained to your Dutch oven with the meat mixture. Now you want to combine this really well. Reapply the lid and cook until the beans are tender, or for about an hour to an hour and a half on low. And then you just dish it up and serve it and enjoy. I hope you liked this recipe, and I hope it helps you in your journey towards a happier, healthier house and home. Here you can click on one of my other videos. Oh, come on. You know you want to.